Do I need to believe my affirmations? To make it short and simple, no, you don't have to believe it. And I'm going to explain to you why. This is Susie, your beautiful millionaire swan queen. Welcome back to the garden, my beautiful duckling. Subscribe, smash the like button, share my video. I will love you forever. I am a life coach with a 99.6% success rate in getting people back together with the love of their life. If you would be interested in working with me one-on-one or joining my paid Facebook group, please check out the links in the description below. So why do I say you don't have to believe it? Because you're speaking it. If you are speaking about the things that you want to create in your life, you're texting it and you're saying it physically out loud. And if you're texting it, you're saying it out loud. I guarantee you somewhere in your reality, you are telling somebody this out loud. So why am I happily married to Jared? Just because Susie said so. That is a statement we can say out loud. You can even say it out loud. I'm creating a happy marriage. So I'm going to walk around and say, why am I happily married? Just because Susie said so. I have a friend, and this person goes for a walk every morning. He goes out for a walk every morning, and he usually does it once the sun comes up. He goes to work around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, so he walks between 7-ish, a little before, a little after 7. And every morning I hear him, literally hear him. Now, mind you, my penthouse is on the 3rd floor. It's a corner apartment. My doors are closed because it's been hot and the air conditioning is on, but I hear him because he's out there saying his stuff when he's walking out loud. He doesn't care how crazy he sounds. He's saying it out loud. We teach our children when we're brushing their hair, and we all stop and we watch the videos that are posted about the child who is saying, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am capable, I can do, be, or have anything I want in my life. I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am successful, I'm a straight A student. We stop to see what they're saying, and we think it's so cute. They're not afraid to say it out loud. A child is never afraid to say it out loud. So last year for Christmas in August, Ophelia wanted a Peppa Pig dollhouse. So she got a Peppa Pig dollhouse. It's about 2 feet tall. This year, she wants a wooden dollhouse with an elevator. And that's all she's talking about. Now, we can't find one with an elevator, but she's already got the wooden one. Shh. When we are creating our reality, we are talking about it one way or another. And saying, I don't believe this, is this really going to happen, is counterproductive. Lose the word believe and say, I persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact. I am going to persist in the assumption until it hardens into fact. It's a simple phrase, which means I'm going to continue to say this over and over and over and over and over and over again until it's true. Well, here's the biggest thing about being true. Number 1, you are taught, ask, believe, and then you'll receive it. You're actually not going to believe it until you receive it. You're literally not going to believe it until you receive it. And every client that I have coached has said, do I have to believe this? No. I don't have to believe anything that I am creating. What I do is I say, it's possible. Other people have gotten what I want, so it's possible I can get it. So I'm going to keep saying my phrase, and I'm going to know that this works to create my reality, so of course I can get it. Let's see. Everything I am consciously saying out loud comes to me quickly, easily, effortlessly, in the most fun way. I made a perfect example when I was driving today with somebody in the car. And I went from I hated driving, to I'm not riding bitch in my car. I drive my Camaro. The person said, can I drive? No, I love driving my Camaro. Instant flip. Road trip. Okay, I'm driving. Do you want me to come get you? Okay, I'll come get you. Normally, I put 3,000 miles on my car. I'm at 7,000 miles in a year. So I've put an additional 4,000 miles on my car. The reason it's not more than that is I work from home. So by changing my words from I hate driving to I love driving, I'm the go-to when somebody needs to be picked up or dropped off. Next thing, somebody said out loud, they didn't tell me this at first. They said, well, I've been thinking about getting a raise. This is what they told me out loud today. I've been thinking about getting a raise. And because I missed work one day last week, I figured it wasn't the right time to ask, so I was going to hold off and wait. And this person's boss called, and while he was on the phone with the boss, I heard the boss give him a raise. A $2 an hour raise. It's an amazing feat. Last couple of weeks, he said maybe once or twice a day, I guarantee you I'm going to get a raise. And I said, did you say it out loud or in your head? He said, no, I said it out loud. He got his raise. You are talking about your specific person, and you're telling your friend that they're ghosting you, they're disrespecting you, this relationship is toxic. What you're creating is because of what you said out loud. Change that. You know what? I didn't get ghosted. It just takes them a little while to respond because of their job. I understand, because when I worked in a call center, I took a break. I would start at 7. My first break was at 10. Lunch was at 12:30. My second break was at 2:30. And I went home at 5:30. So if I was stuck on a call, I might not get to take my morning break. So I'm stuck on a call and I don't get my break in the morning because I didn't take it at the time it was alleged to be taken. So I go to lunch. Now I went from 7 to 10 and I normally answer messages, but I didn't answer messages. So you're going, Susie ghosted me, Susie ghosted me, Susie ghosted me, Susie ghosted me. That's not true. Susie just got stuck on the phone and couldn't take her normal break. So you can say, well, maybe they missed break at work and that's why they haven't responded yet. But I know they're going to respond. But helps you to push this into your reality. Because helps you push this into your reality. The SWAN question helps you to push this into your reality, plus revise it. And you don't have to go back to every bleeping little memory and revise it. Because you start with, why do I instantly feel absolutely positively amazing to be loved by Jared? Knowing things are different. And we are now happily married just because Susie said so. Knowing things are different revises the situation. Absolutely positively amazing tells your body how to feel. Loved tells your body how to feel. Happily married tells your body how to feel. So I loaded your SWAN question with feelings. Lots of feelings. What your end goal is. What the flip is. And I revised it all in one question. And a lot of people said, that's too big of a mouthful to say. But yet you're saying 10,000 phrases, questions, and statements every day. You're getting clickers and you're clicking them to count the number of repetitions that you say it every day. In some religions, they have beads. The Catholic Church has the rosaries. In Buddhism, they have the Buddha beads. And I've never had Buddha beads, but I have rosaries. And I've had people who have made me rosaries that are very special to me. And a rosary has a number of beads on it. Do a rosary ring. Do a Buddha bead. Some of the Buddha beads are 9, 27, 108. Same thing as a clicker, guys. I forget how many beads are on a rosary because usually I have to do Our Fathers and Hail Marys. And Father Henry used to make the Hail Marys, the little teeny tiny beads, and I would have to use the book because I could never remember the Hail Marys. But the Our Fathers, the really long prayer, I could say. Think about this. What did I just say? I can never remember how to say the Hail Marys. But our fathers, that's easy to remember. My words created that. Your words create everything that you say in your reality. And I don't have the science to back it up. But I have coached enough people. I have listened to enough people. And if you actually people watch. Now, I was raised by a cop. Dad was absolutely positively amazing at playing games to make us observant. And he would say, when we would be sitting outside of a grocery store, that person getting out of the car, are they going to smoke their cigarette all the way to the store? When they get to the store, what are they going to do with the cigarette? Are they going to put it in the cigarette container? Are they going to fling it? Are they going to stand there and finish smoking it? Are they going to put it on the ground and smash it? Are they going to take the end off and put it back in their pack? He was right every single time. Then he would say, this person coming out the door, what car are they going to go in? Now, mind you, we were sitting there and he pulled up and we didn't see this person walk in. We're only seeing them walk down. He could pick the person by the way they were dressed and walked as to what car. What do you think his thought pattern was? I can look at somebody and I know everything about them. He used his skills as an officer to teach us how to observe what we're doing. So you go into a restaurant and you're sitting there eating dinner by yourself because the love of your life is working or ignoring you or doing something else. Doesn't matter what they're doing. So we're just going to say you're eating dinner by yourself and you're thinking to yourself in your head, the love of my life is ignoring me, because we're going to use this as an example. The love of my life is ignoring me. I can't believe this. I'm having to eat out all by myself. I'm so sick and tired of eating dinner alone. And I'm so tired of being ignored by this person. The waiter brings your drink. Your phone goes off. You pick it up. It's a text. Now, in your head, you've been saying you were being ignored. You got a text. Because out loud, you tell your girlfriends, oh, my guy's always blowing up my phone. Our communication is amazing. Now, you're texting him and you're sipping on your drink, and then you're noticing the conversations in the restaurants. And you notice that the couples are having arguments, tidbits. They're debating things, however you want to phrase it. They're not getting along. Because you're ignoring me. You're not paying attention to me. Will you stop playing on your phone and pay attention to me? Why do you always have to be on your phone? We're out for dinner. Why are you playing on your phone? You should be talking to me. I want to talk about this thing that is going on in our relationship. I need clarity. And the person is glazed eyes that they're talking to, and you're like, you could see that they literally checked out and they're running away because of the conversation. You're like, I don't want to be that person. Oh my God. Now that person is in this guy's face. And they're in this person's face. And I've seen guys do this and I've seen women do it. So this person is in your face telling you, we need to talk. I need clarity. Why don't I have the girlfriend title? You need to call me your girlfriend. If you want to continue to do this relationship, I have to have this title. They're desperate, they're needy, and they're bullying. They go home. They call their best friend. Oh my God, Susie, I had the best date ever. We talked about our relationship and he gave me girlfriend title. I am officially his girlfriend and we are exclusively dating. The things that happened in the restaurant, she got him to give her a title and then she reinforced that title by telling somebody else about it out loud. She goes to work. How's your relationship with Jared? Oh, my relationship with Jared is great. He gave me girlfriend title last night. I'm Jared's girlfriend. I'm Jared's girlfriend. I'm Jared's girlfriend. And we're like the little high school girl. Women, we're like the little high school girl. Oh my God, he likes me. He gave me the title. So when y'all tell me titles don't matter, I tell you you're full of shit, because the title you give your relationship is the quality of your relationship. So if you give the title, the best boyfriend ever, the best girlfriend ever, the best husband ever, the best wife ever, your person's face is going to light up when they hear you say it, and you can say it 1 billion times and their face is still going to light up. You can sit there and say, We have a great relationship. We're good. We're happy. We have a fantastic relationship. We get along great. We are always on the same page. We have great communication. We have fun. We have adventure. We like the same things. Well, let's go a step further. You're opposites. So I have a client, and they always ask me about like taste in music, movies, books. So let's say you have somebody who loves the opera, me, and somebody who loves heavy metal. That's a big difference, opera and heavy metal. But our differences add spice to the relationship. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about because I'm educating him on the opera. He's educating me on heavy metal. And then we found out that together, if we listen to like 80s hair bands, that we really like that. So we go and we'll pick a decade. Let's listen to this decade's music. So we're going to pick the 80s and we'll do 80s hair bands. We're going to pick the 80s and do country music. Let's pick the 80s and do rock. Let's pick the 80s and do classical music. Let's pick the 80s and do pop music. How about rap music in the 80s? We can sit there and listen to different music and see what we like. I'm not a chick flick movie, and one of the things my therapist says that I should try to do is watch romantic movies. I can't get into them. If the guy's not what my type, look, I don't want to watch the movie. But the books, I can read the books. And the books, sometimes it feels good to read the book, and then there's things in the book, and I'm like, this makes me a little icky. I'm going to skip these couple pages, and then I'm going to go to something else. After being assaulted, some things are a little icky still at the moment. It's not that I'm saying it's icky. I am saying it's icky, but I'm working through it. And I know that the other side is going to be great. I'm struggling. I'm frustrated. I'm struggling. Things are not working out for me. Everything seems to be going to shit. My life sucks. I fucking hate my life. You are on the verge of a breakthrough. So if you would say, you know what, this is chaos. The universe must be moving things out of my way because I'm in the middle of chaos. That breakthrough is coming. That bridge of incidents, I'm standing in the middle of it, and those planks are being burnt as we speak so I can get my manifestation. It's all about the words you say out loud. And for those of you who live with people, I understand you can't say 10,000 phrases, questions, or statements a day because of that person being in that room. But what you don't say is even more important. So this person asks you about your finances, your money, your job, your health. It's getting better. Thank you for asking. How's your love life? It's getting better. Thank you for asking. How's your job? It's getting better. Thank you for asking. How are you feeling today? I'm feeling better today. Thank you for asking. You literally say, I'm feeling better. Things are getting better. Life is getting better. My finances are getting better. Because if you are saying out loud they're getting better, you are being specific generic. And being specific generic makes a huge difference in your life. If you were to say, oh, you know, my finances suck. I only have $3 in my account. And I don't know how I'm going to get through the next 2 weeks because my gas tank's on E. You're creating more of $3 in your account and a gas tank on E. But if you say my finances are getting better, and then you start saying, you know what? I always have money. Somehow, some way, I always have money. That's specific, generic. And they're not going to disrespect you for that. If you are manifesting a specific person, number one, stop manifesting and start saying, I have. Number two, the people you live with, say, how's things with you and Jared? They're getting better. Thank you for asking. How's your day been? Change the subject. How's your relationship going? I don't want to talk about my relationship. I want to talk about yours. Well, when I'm ready to talk about my relationship with Jared, you will be the first to know. But in the meantime, I'd like to keep private what's going because I'm building momentum to be able to change my life for the better. And talking about the problems isn't going to do that. So we're only going to talk about the good things that are going on in my life. If you have a problem with that, I'm sorry, but that's my new boundary. somebody posts a social media thing and you don't like it. So say somebody posts something social media about you. I'm trying to think of a situation. I untag myself. Like, people will post on social media and they'll tag me in a post, and I will literally untag myself in the post. If it's like political posts, especially, people were tagging me in political posts, and I would hit the dots and I would untag myself, because I don't want to get into political debates with people that I don't talk to on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to get into health debates with people I don't talk to on a day-to-day basis. I'll untag myself in a post. If somebody does something you don't like on social media, untag yourself in it. And I'm bold. I am really, really bold. And I would put underneath the post, if somebody tagged me in this, I don't understand why you're tagging me in this. You know I don't watch the news. And I've done this, and I lost a friend over this. She said, well, how do you not know this? You know me. I don't watch the news. So unless you explain to me what was going on, I have no idea what this is about. Well, you need to read the article. No, I don't need to read the article. You tagged me in it, so give me a bullet point of what this is about. Or please stop tagging me in this type of stuff. One of my friends, COVID. I literally tell her, are we done talking about COVID now? The only reason I know about COVID is because of this friend. And then this friend comes out and tells me, my mom lives in a bubble. She doesn't think COVID exists. And I said, because she does what Susie teaches. Well, that's ridiculous. I said, no, it's not. Why does Susie know about COVID? She said, well, we talk about it all the time. I said, who else do I talk about with COVID? Well, I'm sure you talk about everybody. No, I don't. I only talk to her about it. But I knew something about COVID she didn't. And she didn't like when I said, you know, you can get COVID, you can get pneumonia from the mask. She said, no, you can't. Yes, you can. If you are not properly changing the masks, the disposable masks, on a regular basis, which means you need to change them multiple times a day. The disposable masks, you need to change them multiple times a day. The cloth masks, you need to wash them every single day in something that is going to kill the bacteria that is on the mask. Because my daughter got pneumonia from wearing a mask. And the doctor said the pneumonia was because the mask wasn't properly clean. So you need to change your mask frequently. And she goes, well, I change my mask frequently. Okay, are we done talking about it now? She said no. And I said, well, okay, then if you don't want to change the subject, I'm going to hang up now. We have to have a boundary about things that we are willing to discuss with our friends, our family, our coworkers, complete strangers, and we need to stick to that boundary. Because believing, if you are living the story that you are telling, and you are 100% embodied in that story that you are telling, and COVID doesn't exist in your reality, you wouldn't be talking about it. If the breakup with your specific person doesn't matter, you wouldn't be talking about it. If they are communicating with you in a good way, you wouldn't be saying that you were being ghosted. If you are doing great financially, you're not going to say, I'm struggling. If you are changing your health and you're saying that you are healthy, you're not going to talk about how you have a sinus infection or pneumonia or how this is going wrong in your life with your health. You are going to downplay it, because that's how people get over things. They stop talking about something they don't want in their reality out loud, and then they change it to what they want to talk about out loud. Another case positive. My ex-husband drives me insane. We all know my ex drives me insane. Being married to a narcissist, yes, I know I stayed way longer than I should have, but he's actually a narcissist. I didn't let his stuff affect me, because I would say, you know what? It is what it is. It doesn't matter. Some things he did hurt. But when I would say it is what it is, it doesn't affect me. Or you know what? His drama's fun and entertaining. It would be fun and entertaining. But as soon as I stopped saying his drama was fun and entertaining, he would do something that would hurt me. And then I would go down this little rabbit's hole of, oh my God, he's in that stage where he's just being a total douchebag. And the end of my relationship, that's all I focused on was, why am I happily married? Well, not because of that. Well, definitely not that reason. Oh, because he just did that, and that doesn't mean I'm happily married. And I would say, people, happily married. Ha! Yes, I'm happily married. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, right, you're lying. And then I would walk away, and my friends would be like, are you really happily married? No, I just tell people that so they leave me alone. What was I saying out loud? No, I'm not happily married. But I would tell people I was, because I was trying to speak it into existence, but I didn't have that knowledge 15 years ago. So I did the best that I could with the knowledge that I had. So that's what you need to do. The best you can with the knowledge that you have right now. Anything happened 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago, don't blame yourself for it. Say out loud, you know what, girl, you did the best that you possibly could under the circumstances with the knowledge you had. If your guy comes up to you and he's beating himself up because of something that happened, be like, hey, I love you and I am here to support you, but let me tell you something. You need to stop. The knowledge you had 5 years ago isn't the knowledge you have today. So you did the best that you could at that time in your life with the knowledge you had. Forgive yourself for being naive. Forgive yourself for creating chaos. Forgive yourself for things not working out the way you wanted. Because you came to manifesting. You started in the law of attraction. You got into the Neville Goddard groups. You went all over Facebook, YouTube, and you joined groups, and you got on Instagram, and now you're on TikTok to find a solution to your problem. But the only way to solve any problem is to stop talking about the problem and only talk about the solution. I solved my financial problems. I solved my relationship problems. I solved my finances, and now I am great with money. Money just flows to me every which way but loose. It comes to me in bucket loads. I always have money. Money is always being deposited into my bank account. I'm getting checks in the mail. I get money from all different kinds of sources that I didn't even know existed. And I get to keep that money free and clear. It's not money I have to pay back. You want credit? I have a great credit score. I finally learned how to manage my credit, and my credit score is this number. Now, you know, Susie loves Lucifer, so let's just play with it. My credit score is a 666. It's a 666. Oh my gosh, I have a 666 credit score. How crazy is that my credit score is the devil's number? You want to go even further? How about 777? I hit the jackpot. My credit score is a 777. It's like I pulled the wheel and it spun those little bars around, and 777 jackpot! 777 credit score. There's always ways to do it. If somebody says, what's your credit score? Give them the number you want it to be. They're not actually got your social security number. They can't actually check your credit score because you didn't give them permission. So you keep saying, well, my credit score is 777. That's what you're going to get. It's not that complicated. You don't have to believe it. You don't believe it until you actually see it. And once you see it materialize, you're going to believe it. But to get through the seeing it to believing it, you have to talk about the things that you want, the things that you are creating, and nothing else. You guys have an absolutely positively amazing day. As always, I love you. Leave me a comment and let me know how I am drastically changing your life for the better. And a little heads up. If you leave me a comment that says you are confused, tell me specifically what you are confused about. Because telling me you're confused, I'm not reading your mind. I can as a psychic, but that's too much work. And that takes away from doing other things in my life. So instead of leaving me, Susie, I'm confused, say, Susie, I need clarity on this, and tell me exactly what it is you need clarity on. Because that way you're going to get an answer or a video that may help you as well as somebody else to get clarity on what needs to be done to drastically change your life for the better. Have an absolutely positively amazing day. Again, as always, I love you.